Hi guys, how are you? How's it going? Great to be here. Oh, the light's all a bit funny, never mind. So I'm just in between clients, so I wanted to pop on and talk to you a little bit about estrogen. I wanted to talk about common foods that help you to cleanse estrogen. Now, estrogen dominance can be due to so many different types of things. We might have issues with the liver cleansing estrogen, or you might have issues with the gut, the gut bacteria not being able to get rid of the estrogen out of your bowels, out of your digestive system. Or there could be issues with your lymphatic system not clearing estrogen, or you could just be exposed to more estrogen. Maybe you're on the oral contraceptive pill. Maybe you're exposed to more plastics. Maybe you eat lots of chemicals in your diet. So looking at why you've got estrogen dominance is really important. But what you want to look at now is actually common foods that help you to cleanse that estrogen out of your body. So I want to take you through some of the 10 most common foods. These are really easy foods to get your hands on. You can eat them daily. You want to be having a couple of cups of them daily, of different types of foods that help to cleanse your bowel, cleanse your liver, cleanse your lymphatic system, and cleanse your kidneys. So first of all, I wanted to talk to you about brassica food group. So those are foods like your cabbage, like your turnip, like your kale, like your cauliflower, bok choy. These foods are wonderful. They contain indole 3-carbinol, which has been shown to help reduce estrogen dominance and also issues like cancer, breast cancer, fibroids, ovarian cysts, problems with endometriosis. So this food is very, very good for you. And it also contains a chemical called calcium D-glucarate. Calcium D-glucarate is wonderful at helping to cleanse the gut out and reduce your estrogen dominant symptoms. Now, you can actually get a supplement of calcium D-glucarate, and if you know you've got estrogen dominance, so if you've got a history of cancer, or you've got a history of ovarian cysts, endometriosis, you can take this calcium D-glucarate, but it is in foods. It's in melon, it's in apple, it's in broccoli, it's in all of those kind of foods. So it's really wonderful for you. So I highly recommend getting those foods in, but if you do need to supplement, then supplement as well. It's really strong at detoxing the bowel. If you've got colitis, or you've got Crohn's disease, or you've got lots and lots of mucus in the bowel, calcium D-glucarate, I've had clients that have taken calcium D-glucarate and symptoms of colitis have gone away within weeks. So it's really powerful gut cleansing ingredient, and it's in those vegetables. Now, for some of you, I know eating those vegetables is really tricky because you might have issues with FODMAPs, and so if you're eating cabbage and if you're eating broccoli and those kind of foods, it can be really difficult to digest and it might give you wind. If you are one of those people, then you need to do a little bit more gut work. Definitely don't eat foods that give you wind. Don't eat foods that bloat you, because they're having a secondary action there. They're causing higher homocysteine, they're causing higher inflammation, and it's feeding the wrong type of bacteria. So if that's you, what you can try is 1, taking a supplement of calcium D-glucarate, or 2, you could take a supplement with broccoli sprout extract, something like that with sulforaphane in, just to help with the cleansing. You could also try and mix up those kind of brassica foods and cook them really well. Maybe you're okay with kale if it's been cooked really well, or maybe you're okay with bok choy. So look around. If broccoli gives you wind and bloating, or cauliflower gives you wind or bloating, try something else, and definitely try cooking it properly, because cooking it properly won't destroy those nutrients, the calcium D-glucarate or the indole 3-carbinol. What it will do is it will break down the fibers and will help you to digest it more. So I highly recommend that. So that's brassica with indole 3-carbinol and calcium D-glucarate. And if you can't tolerate those, then you can take a supplement, particularly if you know you've got estrogen dominance. White button mushrooms are my second. Now, you do need to cook your mushrooms because they do have hydrazine in, and hydrazine doesn't get broken down with raw mushrooms. So if you eat raw mushrooms, you are getting that hydrazine. I think hydrazine is actually used in making bombs or something. I can't remember what it's used for, but it is used for some kind of weaponry. So cook your mushrooms down. Definitely if you eat portobello mushrooms, you should always be cooking your portobello mushrooms. Never, 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 never eat portobello mushrooms raw. Really not good for you. Mushrooms are so chemoprotective. They have been shown to reduce cancer. They have been shown to slow down rates of tumors, and particularly these white button mushrooms. I'm just trying to remember what the ingredient is, and I can't remember the actual name. But what white button mushrooms have been shown to do is inhibit aromatase. Aromatase is where our body actually makes estrogen in the fatty tissue, so we can actually make our own estrogen. This is an issue with men with prostate cancer, because prostate cancer is an estrogen dominant issue. Men with lots of fat weight around their thighs and around their hips, and with women with endometriosis, women with tumors, cancers, ovarian cysts, heavy painful periods, depression. There can be a problem with this chemical reaction, aromatase. It's where you start making other hormones into estrogen in your fatty tissue. So white button mushrooms can actually slow this down. So what you want to do is you want to have them maybe fried up with some garlic and a little bit of butter. I've got a fantastic mushroom soup on one of my programs, so cooking them and having them like that is a great way to do it. You can bake them, all of that you can. The soup I think I've got is the metabolism, I think it's metabolism boosting soup, because mushrooms are also fantastic for your metabolism because they're high in selenium as well. Next are foods like leeks and onions. Leeks and onions are high in this kind of sulfur, and we know how important the liver is to detox your hormones and cleanse your body, and the liver goes through various stages of detoxification. And so sulfation is the name of this process that actually helps to break down hormones and excrete them. Your liver does this. And so your liver goes through a lot of sulfur, so you actually need sulfur in your diet. Also, this is why Epsom salt baths are good. Epsom salts are a magnesium sulfate, and it's the sulfur in the Epsom salts that you absorb, and it helps your body to detox. It helps your liver to detox. Absolutely wonderful. So foods high in sulfur like your onions, your garlics, but leeks I absolutely love. Leeks are fantastic. Having those, they actually help to support the liver, to help with hormone breakdown, to help your body excrete those hormones. So that's why these are such a great food group. The reason I love leeks as well is they have a certain type of fiber, prebiotic fiber in them, that feeds good bacteria. So they've kind of got a few benefits and secondary benefits. So doing a nice leek soup is wonderful, or the fresh leek sprouts, if they've been if you steam those with a little bit of salt and butter, can be absolutely wonderful. So just using more leeks in your diet. I know I get a little bit lazy with the leeks because they're a lot to clean and that kind of thing, but I think just making sure you're adding these sulfur-rich vegetables to your diet to support your liver, that is a great idea. Also, this part of the liver detoxification helps with detoxing drugs, hormones that you might be taking, paracetamol, aspirin, thyroid medication. Whenever we take a medication or whenever we take a drug, there are byproducts. There are lots and lots of byproducts, and that can cause inflammation, and that can cause issues with the liver slowing down and not doing what it needs to be doing. So by taking more of this sulfur, you're actually supporting the liver in breaking these products back down, so you're not getting as many byproducts. Sorry, my brain's a little bit slow today. Oh dear. Apple is the next one. Now I love apple because it does have calcium D-glucarate in. It helps with processes in the liver to break down enzymes and to break down hormones. And it also has pectin. Pectin is a wonderful fiber that you can get in green apples. You could have like a green apple in a green smoothie once or twice a week. Some people say a green apple a day. That could be your fruit intake for the day. But apple has pectin in, which helps to support your bowel and supporting your bowel to get rid of hormones, and it also supports the liver as well. So I do love that. apples to have, you know, once or twice. You could have them on a daily basis if you like, but if you have the green apple, they're not as high sugar. You notice how they're quite tart. That's also that tartness, less sugar, less starch, and sort of more of that goodness for your body. But definitely the green apples over the, say, Fuji, which are sweeter. Dill. Dill is another herb which is fantastic, and I don't think we have enough dill. I don't think people use dill enough, and it's a beautiful herb. It goes with so many different things. It goes with salads. It actually goes really nicely with mince. You can actually put it in your cheese dishes. You can actually bake it with your vegetables. It's a wonderful, wonderful herb. Dill is amazing to support phase 2 detoxification of the liver. Phase 2 is the phase that your body helps to get rid of the hormones, and it's very, very common for people to have a slow phase 2. So phase 2 slows down and you end up getting issues of estrogen dominance, headaches, fogginess, weight gain, skin problems, thyroid problems, because basically what's happening is there's kind of this backup of toxins, and your liver is not able to excrete them effectively. So herbs like dill, and of course there are other things, there's parsley, there's coriander, all of these beautiful things help to support phase 2 detoxification. So I would start just adding those herbs and definitely getting dill into your diet on a weekly basis. It will really support your liver's detoxification process. It's wonderful. Dill is one of my favorites for liver detoxification. It's one of my favorites to help support estrogen dominance. Along with lemon. Lemon has 2 benefits. Lemon has wonderful, wonderful citric acid in. A little bit like apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has acetic acid in. Lemon has citric acid in. And citric acid helps to break down the bile in your gallbladder. That helps to kind of like clean it up a little bit, because your bile is the main way that your gallbladder and your liver is getting rid of the toxins in your body. You need that bile. It needs to be nice and liquid, not thick and sticky. So the citric acid in the lemon supports that, supports getting rid of it. Hi Brenda, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're having a good day. So the citric acid is wonderful. The same with acetic acid and apple cider vinegar. So you definitely want to go for those. Limonene also that you can get from the. Have I got my lemon on me? I haven't got my lemon on me. Oh, wonderful, perfect. Limonene. Oh, nice walk. Yeah, I've been back to back here, so no walks for me today. Limonene is in lemon skin, and that is wonderful for phase 2 detoxification of the liver. That's why cutting up your lemon and having it in water along with the lemon skin is absolutely wonderful for detoxing your liver, getting rid of hormones, and supporting that phase 2 detoxification. If you're on medications every single day, and if you're taking the oral contraceptive pill, I highly recommend you have lemon in water every day, because that will help detoxification. Next, we talked about gallbladder. What we want to do is we need to give the gallbladder ingredients to make the bile, because bile is the most important thing for your body's detoxification. The liver creates the bile, makes the bile. The gallbladder stores the bile. So what you want to do is you want to give it all the right ingredients. It needs those bile salts, you know, your potassiums, your magnesiums, your sodiums. It needs all of those. Obviously, it needs a liquid. But what it also needs is, in regards to libido, so this is super helpful info. Yes, definitely. Estrogen can affect libido immensely, too low or too high. It's a biggie there. With phospholipids, we need phospholipids to make bile. Okay, so we need that raw ingredient phospholipids. It's really difficult to get phospholipids. You can use krill oil. Krill oil supplementation is great for phospholipids, but organ meats are high in phospholipids. We need that phospholipids, and we need choline to help to make bile, to help our body to detox. So you could use things like organ meats, you could take krill oil, And if you are a vegan or vegetarian, artichokes are also high in choline, so you could opt for that as well. So if you are vegan and vegetarian, there are options for you if you want to cleanse and detox and support your hormones. So definitely go for that. So organ meats, but definitely number one, if you don't fancy doing that, you could take krill oil. If you don't fancy eating the whale's food, then you could go for something like artichoke. Very, very important. Lastly, I'm rushing. I'm sorry. I'm rushing because I've got a tight time schedule today. Artichoke I've gone through. So number 10, berries, egalic acid and polyphenols. Berries are high in polyphenols and egalic acid. Both of these have been shown to support hormone detoxification and support your body. Now, polyphenols are amazing. Polyphenols are the type of antioxidant in berries. They are also in coffee, they're also in dark chocolate, they are also in brightly colored fruit and vegetables. Polyphenols actually help to support your bowel bacteria. They feed good bacteria, which is wonderful, but also polyphenols, and this is a great part, have been shown to inhibit aromatase. Aromatase, again, like I said earlier, aromatase is that reaction in your body that makes estrogen, unfriendly estrogen from other hormones, very, very common in men with prostate cancer. So men with prostate cancer should always follow this kind of hormone balancing diet. Always support their hormones, because most likely their testosterone is getting turned into estrogen. And with women, we have other hormones turned into estrogen. Progesterone gets turned into estrogen, DHEA gets turned into estrogen, and our testosterone gets turned into estrogen. So to inhibit that, if we want to help our estrogen levels and reduce them and detox them out of our body, inhibiting that aromatase naturally is very, very important, and polyphenols are wonderful for that. So with all of those foods that I have just rushed you through right now, normally I take a long time, so this is different for me. You want to be looking at having those daily, having a couple of cups of those vegetables, having your lemon in water, having a serving of berries a daily, having some organ meats once or twice a week, or artichokes a couple of times a week. Really adding those into your diet and having a variety in your diet to help support your liver and your gut. Those are the two. Your liver, your gallbladder, and your gut are the most important things to support your body to detox these hormones. So those are the 10 most common foods that I suggest to help detox your body from estrogen. So I hope that helped. And next week we're going to be talking a little bit more about estrogen, the signs and symptoms to be looking out for, because I know a few of you are. So I will be popping on and talking about that next week. But for now, get those foods, get those into your diet, and get a good variety going. So have a great day, guys. Thanks, Brenda, for jumping on. I hope that helped, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.